Marianne Radmacher said, "Unexpected events can set you back or set you up. It's all a matter of perspective." American writer Carl Sandburg said, "Nearly all the best things that came to me in life have been unexpected, unplanned by me." And Faith Sullivan adds, "Sometimes the best things in life are unexpected." These things come to mind when observing the wise men from the East in the Scripture's Christmas story. They are also known as the Magi, and Matthew's Gospel is the only Gospel that discusses them, and he does not give much by way of a backstory. The Magi in ancient times studied the stars. It's these guys who, while going about their normal activity of observing the stars, that the unexpected happen. They see a star never seen. By means unknown, they know the star has something to do with a new king born in Israel. These guys are not looking for God. God, out of His grace, reached out to them. The story shows God was reaching out to these men, revealing Himself to them. What's a bit scandalous is the God of Israel is reaching out to Gentiles, non-Jewish people. Nevertheless, this is what God did. Matthew's Gospel shows how these men responded. Number 1, they shifted. In other words, they left their comfort zone. Matthew 1:1 says, "Now after Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, wise men from the east came to Jerusalem." BibleAsk.org says these men traveled 400 miles to Jerusalem. Seeing this was done by foot, it took a while. They left their home, their customs, and their culture. This included risk, as the term highway robbery was well known even then. A lot is discussed about this theme of leaving one's comfort zone. In the interest of time, I'll share from writer H. Jackson Brown Jr. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things that you didn't do than by the ones that you did do. So, throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Number 2, they searched. According to verse 2, these men arrived Jerusalem saying, "Where is he who has been born King of the Jews?" All these guys had to go on was the sighting of a star. With it, they had an unmitigated conviction it pointed to Israel's royalty, and he was to be worshipped. Observe an identical promise made by Moses and many years later by one of the prophets. Moses told his people there was going to be a time when they were going to forsake God and worship idols. Consequently, they will be scattered around the world. But Moses also said, "But from there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him, if you search after him with all your heart and with all your soul." Many years later, when Israel was captured and carried in captivity to Babylon, the prophet Jeremiah sent a letter promising God had plans for returning Israel back to their land. Among several things, Jeremiah wrote, "You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." Fortunately, the promise is not exclusive to Jews. Isaiah 11:10 says, "And in that day shall be a root of Jesse, which shall stand for an ensign of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek, and his rest shall be glorious." Here's a recap. God does the unexpected and reaches out to unlikely people. This provokes these men, so far, to do two things. They left their comfort zone and sought for the child. Bear in mind their state of being as they search. Both Moses and Jeremiah suggested they did not half-ass it. They did this with their whole heart. This stirs unrest in Jerusalem, and we'll check that out next week.